the beginning, it was to understand yourself. And what am I doing? Why is this happening? This is who I am as a person, and I'm always going to be like this. It's like, yeah, true. But through that lens, that can make for a really hard life. That a thought of, I don't want to have mental health struggles. But I do.
This is a test of microphone audio being synced with the camera. I'm just going to try some wacky methods of syncing it up here. Some like claps and things like I did just then. And we'll see how it all sounds when it's all thrown together. Cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. So, let's see.
Hey, I'm Sully. You might not know me. To be honest, I have no idea why I'm writing this letter. You have no reason to get to know me better. But I'm hoping we can come to some kind of understanding. But, let me know if this isn't landing. You ever feel like a living sock monkey whose arms and legs swing around uncontrollably? Or maybe you feel like the ugly duckling. No, not the fairy tale, the lemonade guzzling fugly duckling who just wants grapes but instead gets nothing. So he waddles away until the very next day. Man, fuck, that duck is so fucking lame.
I guess I gotta talk to you now, huh? I've realized that my memory is really bad. I think I've forgotten so much of not just my freshman year of college, but my childhood and everything in between until now. And so I'm hoping that if I just kind of walk through it myself, that I'll remember and I'll be able to know what happened in that story. So without further ado, let's just get into it, I guess.
All my favorite songs are love songs. I listen to them on my daily drive. I'm a sucker for the doo-wop. Or at least I was, I've changed with the time. They call me too critical, call me slightly cynical, but soon you'll come to see that I'm right. When you get all technical, pose some hypotheticals, you'll see that it's all done by design. Designed for who? Designed for you. Maybe you should ask why. There's no way that I'll fall for it, not 'cause I can't relate to it, no, I'm just too smart of a guy.
One more time. Could you, introduce yourself to, I guess, either camera? Probably that one. But
I'm Nikki. I'm Sully's mom. And we're here to talk about you, I guess, right?
yeah, I guess so. I'll start by explaining what the documentary is.
Okay.
That might help a little bit. But I found this notebook that I have. I had been filling it out my freshman year of college with poems and songs and drawings and all these different things. The idea of the documentary is that I wanted to go through and try and finish some of those projects or recreate them, just to kind of bring some of them to light, I guess.
Yeah. I remember moving you in and you had Trenton and Joey and Landon and Rico, I think, were all there.
Yeah.
Helped you move in. And it was good. And you seemed like you were set, excited, for what might be coming.
Do you remember anything, signs of because it felt to me like it got progressively worse through that year, but I don't know if I was even that open about it with you guys. talk to you about it?
I mean, I could tell because you were calling home a lot and wanting to talk for a long time.
Yeah.
And as time went on, I can remember you suggesting that you see Cassie.
So one of my favorite scenarios with you is like wanting to say something, but not being able to. And then like 2 days later, you're like, oh, I really should have said something. And like you would beat yourself up about it for so many days after. And it was like, bro, that was only like 10 minutes of your life. So I'm Cassie, and I'm a licensed clinical mental health counselor. And I have been a person's therapist since like early 2000s. Walking through campus was one of the biggest things of your freshman year. Just like it made you super uncomfortable. And we had to figure out, what is it about that?
I remember it was like either walking to class or like standing in line at the dining hall. It being like, everyone's watching me, so I need to pretend like I'm a normal person as if I was not a normal person. And everyone knows that I'm super anxious and freaking out. Everyone thinks I'm weird right now.
Your number one schema of how you view the world is just having unrelenting standards. And this is about yourself. So for you specifically, questioning your worth. So it's like, I have to be just funny enough. So like 7 laughs. If I go out with this person, they laugh 7 times, I'm funny enough.
Or if you get 8, you're overdoing it. What?
Literally.
This is the take. Okay. This is the tape.
I've been playing Simon Says with the voices of ghosts, and they're whispering things nobody knows. I've been dealing with a shun that's fully self-imposed. That's how it goes. But they won't trap me, and I won't trap them. They've caught me in their sights, but there'll be no trigger pull. Just the looming light of a future bullet hole, saying dance, monkey dance. No, don't put up a fight. If it's not just right, we'll know if you lie. It's a trap, it's a ruse, it's a prison of your muse. Perception is the weapon and change is the bruise. I think back to when life used to be so simple, but now you're my gods and I made myself a temple. It's a trap, it's a ruse, it's a prison of your muse. Perception is the weapon and change is the wound. It's out of focus and it isn't getting clearer. Who are we in this madhouse of mirrors?
I have this memory of being in the music building practicing till 10 p.m. and that's when a workshop started over in the recording and production studio, and I wanted to go learn how to record and produce. I think it was something on miking technique, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna hope that that clap works for syncing audio, and this sounds better than the camera audio, because if not...
And something I just didn't know anything about. I walked out of the practice room. It's on the other end of the hall from the recording and production studio. It's like 30 practice rooms down is the door into the recording and production studio. And I start the walk and I make it 1 and 2, and my heart is pounding a little bit faster. 3, 4, 10, right? My heart is beating even faster. But I'm freaking out about turning back because there are people in these practice rooms and they can see me walking. I have a feeling that they're all watching me through the window. That their eyes are on me, they're following me. What is he gonna do? Why does he keep turning around? Why is he sweating so bad? Why is his heart beating so fast? and I'm just freaking out. And I go to grab the door handle, and I turn around and I walk away. About halfway back to the dorm, I remember just sitting down on a bench in the middle of campus and just, in a very cinematic type of way, just sobbing.
Sometimes I feel like a unicorn. Magic powers and a sparkly horn. I feel like a unicorn with omniscience. That's to say, I feel like something non-existent, because I'm so lonely and I'm so fake, and I think you know me and every mistake I make, but you're a stranger and it's not your fault. That's your presence makes me feel so lost, like I'm caught and I'm watched and my heart won't stop, and my brain's all clogged and my airways blocked. So I blame you for my sock monkey syndrome, and I hate you for my grape-getting conundrum. And if I were to ever truly get to know someone, man, they'd call me a con man and not a showman. So I've spent my whole life performing for no one, and you spent your time not knowing.
People don't really talk about this, which is fair because it'd be a weird thing for people to commonly discuss, but kids watch porn. This is a true thing about the world. They watch it and they have thoughts about it. They develop feelings and reactions to it. If you're like me, whose early brushes with porn came from naive Google searches such as quote unquote naked people, then that formative reaction was guilt and shame. Feelings that would follow you then on, feelings that you'd hide deep within you for months, introducing to you for the first time self-hatred, the idea that your parents could not be proud of you, that they could have a reason not to love you. You'll move on in life, holding all these feelings within you. The source of your shame will shift, but the feeling itself will not waver. For every girl you like, you'll develop a deep sense of inferiority, that you don't deserve them. Then you'll reprimand yourself for thinking that there's such a thing as deserving another person. The men in porn manipulate and demand their way into sex that they think they deserve. So you must be like them. Shame. You become insecure that you're insecure. Every feeling develops another feeling as a reaction. Every moment of self-awareness is a delusion to become more aware of. Your bad thoughts are evidence of your rottenness. Every good thought is a manipulation or a performance of virtue. All of this overwhelms you as you try and sleep. You find it difficult to sleep for years. Your blankets have become too scratchy, your room too hot. Your brain just sort of loops the same 15 seconds of thought over and over and over. You are wrong. You are evil. You are what's wrong with the world and why it is evil. You think about talking to someone about all this, a friend, your parents, a therapist, and then you turn over. There's no world in which you unveil your wretched self and continue to be loved. You think. You turn over again. No, you know there's no world for you left if you speak your shame aloud. So you open your laptop and you put on some porn to distract yourself from the thoughts that come next.
Shut the fuck up, Thunder, and be quiet, Lightning. I have a gun. And if you get any wetter or any grayer, I might just have to use it. A bullet cuts through fog much better than headlights. A bullet may unravel the fog, pass it along, spread it out amongst mountains, far away from here. A bullet would take no time at all, to put an end to your reign? When will it finally rain?
I want to see what you have from this date, but this was a poem I wrote about wanting to kill myself.
Awesome.
And,
Yeah, no, never told me that part.
That's like a big part of the documentary now. Is like,
By the way,
yeah, by the
truth
way,
bomb. Let me get on my risk assessment.
yeah, I don't think I told you that. No,
I don't think I ever told you this, but the reason that I was like, I need to probably see Cassie now is because it got to the point where like the plan was to finish this creative project, upload it, and then I was going to kill myself.
Yeah.
That was the plan. I hadn't conceptualized how I was going to do it, but I was like, this will make this thing that I made matter even more.
Yeah.
And indicate even more, and then people will understand and they will know what I was dealing with.
I don't know. I don't know that I knew that fully your freshman year. Like if you had told me that, I don't think I would have been surprised too much. And it still scared me now, you know.
Yeah.
Because you are a sensitive soul and you take things hard. And there's nothing wrong with that, except that you hurt more than other people.
You know, I have always thought of myself as a good person. And I think most of us do. And then I watch that clip that you just watched with me and my mom, and I'm not really sure. I've always thought I'm a kind person. But I don't know anymore if I'm a kind person or if I'm a person who wants to be seen as kind, because those are very different things. This project has forced me to like think about myself, you know, write about myself, film myself for like the past 4 months. 5 months. And what for? I mean, what is all of this for? You know, I scheduled an interview with my mom, you know, planning to go there and tell her about how I wanted to kill myself to get a reaction. For what? For my film? Because it'd be interesting. It would be entertaining. What? So I can watch it back. It's disgusting. It's manipulative. And then here I am in dramatic lighting, trying to get you to like, what, feel some sort of sympathy. Oh, because he's, you know, he's reflecting on it, right? He's aware of it. That makes it okay. I've not been the person that I thought I was. I need to do better.
I wonder what's going to happen when people watch it and then feel a sense of responsibility for you and how you're going to convey that, like, this was on you and it had nothing to do with them. Like, it wasn't on parenting or friendships or what your professors or whoever gave you or were doing to you at the time. It was just your perception of the world.
Maybe you understand how I feel too. Maybe you understand this point of view. And I've spent my time not knowing. So I'm writing this letter, wishing and hoping that we stop feeling like the ugly duckling. Sincerely, the unicorn who's all-knowing.
Everything's on.
Awesome. I've been trying to piece this together, to weave it to an old tattered sweater, worn and weathered before the sweater is hemmed. I've forgiven myself for when I couldn't, and the indifference of forces who are pulling me places unsavory, and my kind heart for changing for the better. Surrender, surrender, surrender to what kills you the most. Surrender, surrender, forgive yourself for the violence that you own. Or fight the moment, write the omens, move the earth like Robert Moses. If that feels right, 'cause no one chose this. And I've been dying to get where I'm going, and my sweater to stop the wind blowing, but leaves go sailing, and my plans, they are changing with the weather. And slowly my memory is easing, and maybe feelings are freeing. Monsters are friendly, and my friends, they are shady, and I'm so lucky. Surrender, surrender, surrender to time moving on. Surrender, surrender, forgive yourself for holding on. For there's no need for fisticuffs when there's no need for giving up, and there's no need for getting drunk when dreaming gets you drunk enough. I could be a different man, light a lover's life, till the suffering doesn't end. When the world lends a hand, say there's no sense in seeking love when without you turns away. There's a need for different tongues, speaking when you have no peace. Surrender, surrender, surrender to life and getting old. Surrender, surrender, forgive the story for getting told.
Got any grapes?
So, again, when you talk about experimental rock, and I'm all about that, but at what point is this more performative?
Right.
Right, just like it's your spring break right now. And what are seniors in college doing on their spring break? Yes. Yes. And what are you doing? You're in therapy interviewing your therapist.